Your specific person is interested in you and will do anything to be with you. It sounds shocking, right? You might be wondering, if I met my specific person a long time ago and they are not in touch with me right now, then how can it be possible? Well, it is possible. You can have them if you follow the advice that I am about to give you. I am sure that you have heard that in order to manifest your specific person, you have to change the way you view them. You have to change the concepts that you hold about them. Well, this is absolutely true, but still, you face some doubts when doing so. I know it happens. Doubts arise when you affirm that Maria is attracted to me. When you do this, you don't feel anything, and at that moment, it might feel like a lie to you. Even after repeating this statement, you get some negative thoughts, such as, how can she be attracted to me? I am fat, my hair is falling, I am just an average person, and I don't have any special skills. I know it happens, and you have experienced it, you have faced it multiple times. I have also faced such situations. It happened to me too. Then one day, while sitting alone in silence, I figured it out. I realized why this happens and what we have to do to overcome it. So, worry no more, as your life is about to change for the better. First, you have to understand that doubts are very normal and natural when manifesting your desires. Don't get triggered by them. Doubts are simply your old belief systems informing you that you haven't experienced your new statements yet. Your beliefs are just shadows of your past experiences. When you affirm or change your present belief systems, they retaliate by coming up with your habitual thought patterns. When you manifest, you are changing these habitual thought patterns and bringing changes to your current concepts about reality. So, repetition and persistence are necessary to make it happen. It becomes necessary for you to get familiar with your new programming to experience something different. Now, when it comes to manifesting a specific person, you might face some opposing thoughts or doubts that are telling you that you are not enough or that you are not worth it. Hear me out clearly. The reason you encounter such doubts when manifesting your specific person is because of the concepts you hold about yourself. I cannot tell you how important self-concepts are to succeed in every area of your life. With changed and better concepts about yourself, you get better results. But still, some of you majorly focus on your specific person. You neglect your self-concepts, and therefore, you make the process harder for you. The doubts you face are because you think low of yourself. You think that you cannot have them. You compare yourself with others, and you think that your specific person can have someone better than you. It happens because of the concepts you hold about yourself. Even Rumi said, to find the beloved, you must become the beloved. This statement shows you that you manifest what you are, not what you want. You can want billions of dollars, but you still won't get them because you still don't view yourself as a billionaire. You don't feel yourself that way. The same is the case with your specific person. You still don't feel that you have them, and you still don't view yourself as someone who is deeply loved in a relationship. Even if you affirm about your specific person, you come up with some doubts that show you what you think about yourself. Like, I am fat, I am unattractive, I am average, I am unimportant, or they can have someone better than me, there are so many people who are much more attractive than me, or I have to lose weight to have them. You have nurtured these doubts, you have persisted in these doubts over a period of time, and these doubts stop you from taking action and manifesting favorable outcomes. The majority of people lose their partners and ruin their relationships when they start viewing themselves as someone who is unworthy of such a beautiful relationship. It happens when they start viewing themselves as someone who is low, and their partner as someone who is high on the pedestal. The way you view yourself is the way your specific person views you. So, change the way you view yourself first. Change the way you perceive yourself first. Only then will you be able to change the way you view your specific person. And that happens very easily and quickly. Even Neville Goddard, in one of his lectures, said, to change another within my world, I must first change my concept of that other, and to do it best, I must change my concept of myself. It was the concept I held of myself that made me see others as I did. Had I a noble, dignified concept of myself, I never could have seen the unlovely in others. If you truly understand this statement, then you will know how important it is to change the concepts you hold about yourself. Let me clarify it for you. Let's say there was a person X who started liking person Y, and after some time they came into a relationship. They started dating, and everything was perfect. But then person X met a highly attractive friend of person Y, and then she started comparing that friend with herself. X started thinking that she is not that attractive and that she is just average as compared to that friend. X started viewing herself as someone who is unworthy, and she started shaping her self-concept based on that comparison. When this happened, she started viewing person Y as the only person that she could get. She started viewing person Y as oxygen. She started thinking that person Y can have anyone and that person Y is much better than them. Have you noticed how the concept of person X changed the concept of person Y? The moment she started viewing herself as average and unattractive, she started having doubts that person Y can get anyone and that person Y is much better than them. This is why Neville Goddard told you, for it was the concept I held of myself that made me see others as I did. Had I a noble, dignified concept of myself, I never could have seen the unlovely in others. Now, if person X changed her concept that she is important and worthy of everything in her life, she matters, she can get anyone that she desires, and she can even date celebrities, then she would view person Y as someone who cannot get enough of her. She would view person Y as someone who is madly in love with her, and whatnot. The way she viewed herself made her view of the world in accordance with it. This is why I was saying that self-concept is highly important when manifesting anything. This is the reason why you get negative opposing thoughts when you are affirming for a specific person. This is the main reason you encounter those doubts. If I view myself as someone who can get anything in this world, if I view myself as someone who is equal to models, if I see myself as someone who is highly rich and successful, then automatically I will have a shift in my energy and my perception. And that shift will automatically shift the way I view my specific person. It is all a game of beliefs. One believes that his life is hard and walks on the path of hardship, while the other believes that his life is easy and he has a smooth experience of life. So, always hold high concepts about yourself. Things have no reality other than in consciousness. Therefore, get the consciousness first, and the thing is compelled to appear. I want to ask you, are you even conscious of having your specific person? Are you conscious of having them? Have you imagined them with you? Where are you putting your attention? How are you viewing yourself? These are some questions that you have to ask yourself when you are not getting any movement in your reality. There is no one to change but self. That self is simply your awareness, your consciousness, and the world in which it lives is determined by the concept you hold of self. It is to consciousness that we must turn as to the only reality. For there is no clear conception of the origin of phenomena except that consciousness is all and all is consciousness. So, turn within, change the way you perceive yourself, and change the beliefs you hold about yourself. When you start viewing yourself as an interesting person, then your specific person will get interested in you. If you view yourself as a person who is like a drug, then your specific person will get addicted to you and will do anything to be with you. To make it happen, you have to choose a higher concept of yourself. The process of rising from your present concept to a higher concept of yourself is the means of all true progress. The higher concept is waiting for you to incarnate it in the world of experience. There are many ways to rise to a higher self-concept. There are different techniques that people have mentioned on the internet. I find the mirror technique to be useful, where you stand in front of the mirror and look at your reflection in the mirror, and then you speak some affirmations. Many people use it, and it gives results. Then there are guided meditations that help you visualize better. They also give results. Among them, there is another technique that is effortless. You just have to relax and surrender yourself. You have to play an affirmation tape and listen to it while relaxing. It gives massive results. I have designed one such affirmation tape, and you just have to click on the first video that appears at the end of the screen.